Hi viewers, welcome to Valarmathi's classes. In this video, we are going to see about the types of algebraic expressions. Okay. Now, let us consider this expression, algebraic expression. So, in the previous video, we have seen about terms. Okay, so now in this algebraic expression, this 2x is a term and this y is a term. That is, there are two terms in this algebraic expression. Okay, if suppose we are having an expression in this way, what about the number of terms? It is 3. 3 terms are there in this algebraic expression. Okay, that is, the number of terms may vary in different algebraic expressions. So, based upon this number of terms, the algebraic expressions are classified into some types. The first type is a monomial. We know that mono, it means one. Okay. Here, monomial is an algebraic expression that has only one term. For example, let us consider an algebraic expression which is 2x. So, in this expression, there is only one term. So, this algebraic expression can be called a monomial. Okay, if suppose we are having one more expression, some z alone or some 7z alone. So, here also we are having only one term. So, we can call this algebraic expression as a monomial. Here also we are having a single term. So, we can call this algebraic expression as a monomial. So, that is, monomial is an algebraic expression that is only one term. Okay, now coming to the next type, it is binomial. So, binomial is an algebraic expression that has two terms. Okay, for example, if suppose we are having an expression some 2x plus 3. Here this is the first term and this is the second term. So, the number of terms is 2. So, this algebraic expression can be called a binomial. Okay. Now, the next type is trinomial. So, here if the number of terms is 3, we can call the algebraic expression as a trinomial. For example, 2x plus y plus 3. Okay. So, now the number of terms is 3. So, we can call this algebraic expression as a trinomial. Okay. Now, the next type is polynomial. We know that poly means many. Okay. Now, polynomial is an algebraic expression that has two terms or more than two terms. So, for example, okay, now in this algebraic expression there are 4 terms. So, we can call this algebraic expression as a polynomial. Okay, now here it is a polynomial is an algebraic expression that has two terms or more than two terms. So, now coming to this binomial, it is an algebraic expression that has two terms. Coming to this trinomial, it is an algebraic expression that has 3 terms. So, both this binomial as well as trinomial can be called polynomials. Okay. These both are the special types of polynomials. So, the example for these both, they can be written here also under polynomial. Now, the next we will see in detail about polynomials. Okay, a polynomial is an algebraic expression of the form a plus bx plus c x square plus d x cube, etc. Okay, now here this x, it is a variable, and this a, b, c, d, etc. they are all constants. They are all constants. Now let us consider a polynomial 3x square plus 2x plus 3. Now this is a polynomial. How to relate this with this expression, general expression? So now here there are three terms. Already we have learnt about literal coefficient and numerical coefficient. So in a term, the letter factor part or the variable part, it is called literal coefficient, and the numerical factor part, it is called the numerical coefficient. Okay, so now in this term, the literal coefficient is x square and the numerical coefficient is 3. So, coming to the general expression, we are having this term with the literal coefficient x square. So, comparing or relating these two, this term, it is of the form cx square. Now, coming to the second term, it is 2x. This x, it is nothing but the literal coefficient. This 2 is the numerical coefficient. So, now comparing this with this, we are having this term with the literal coefficient x. So, this, it is of the form bx. Now coming to the third term, it is 3. Here we are having a constant alone. There is no variable part. There is no literal coefficient part. Now in this general expression, we are having the first term. It is a. There is no variable. Only a constant is present there. So this, it is of the form this. Okay. So now this 3x square, it is of the form cx square. 2x, it is of the form bx, and 3, it is of the form a. It means that we are having 3 terms in this polynomial, and all the 3, they relate to the first 3 terms in this general expression. Okay, now what about the other terms? Now here there is no term with literal coefficient x power 3 or x power 4 or x power 5 or etc. Here we are having x power 3, and the next it will be e x power 4 plus, will be going on. So now here there is no term with these coefficients. It means that the numerical coefficient part for all these terms, it is 0. There is no numerical coefficient part. And so we are not having those terms here. So we are having only these 3 terms. It is not compulsory for all the terms in the general expression to be present in a polynomial. It may be of any choice. But the condition for a polynomial is the number of terms should be either 2 or above 2. Now the next we can see about degree of a polynomial. Now let us consider this polynomial 3x square plus 2x plus 3. Here the variable is x. In the first term, the power of x is 2. In the second term, the power of x is 1. In the third term, we do not have any x term. It means that it is x power 0. Here the power of x is 1. So it is x. Here we are not having any x term. So the power of x is 0. So this 3 it is nothing but 3x power 0. Okay, so now considering this polynomial, here the max, that is greatest power of the variable present in this polynomial is 2. This greatest power is called the degree of the polynomial. Now let us consider this polynomial 4x power 5 plus 3x square plus 2. So here x is a variable. In the first term the power of x is 5, in the second term the power of x is 2, and in the third term the power of x is 0. Okay, so the highest power is 5. So the degree of this polynomial is 5. Okay. So the degree of a polynomial is the greatest power of the variable present in a polynomial. Now the next we can see about degree of a polynomial with 2 or more variables. Okay, now let us consider this polynomial. Here we are having 3 terms, and in the first term we are having x square, in the second term we are having xy. Here x is a variable and y is a variable, so there are 2 variables. So now what we have to do, in the first term the power is 2, for the second term here it is x power 1 and here it is y power 1. So here the power is the sum of the powers of both the variables present. So it is 1 plus 1, so it is 2. And here the power is 0 because there is no variable term. So now the maximum power is 2. So the degree of the polynomial is 2. Now when we are considering this example, x cube plus x square y square plus y cube. Here for the first term the power is 3, and for the second term it is 2 plus 2 because this is also a variable and this is also a variable. So 2 plus 2 it is 4, and here it is 3. Now here the greatest power is 4. So the degree of the polynomial, that is the degree of this polynomial is 4. Okay, so in this way we can find out the degree of the polynomial with 2 or more than 2 variables. If you are having a term in a polynomial, if you are having a term some x, y, z, so here there are 3 variables. So here the power becomes 1, 1, 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 it is 3. So in this way we can calculate. Now a main thing which is to be noted in this case of polynomials is the powers present in the polynomial should be always non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. If we are having a term, for example, x power minus 3, if we are having this term, so that expression will not be a polynomial because there is a term with a negative integer. So this cannot be a polynomial. Okay, if suppose we are having a expression with a term some x power 3 by 2 or x power 5 by 2 or something like that, this also will not be a polynomial because this is not an integer. Okay, so these are some important items to be noted when we are seeing about polynomials. That is, all the terms should have powers which are non-negative integers. Only then we can call the expression as a polynomial. Okay. Now the next we can see operations on algebraic expressions. Okay, first we can start with addition. Before going into the main topic, we can learn some addition concepts of positive and negative numbers. Okay, now the first one is when we are in need to add two numbers in which both the numbers are of same sign, we have to add both the numbers and put the sign of the numbers in front of the answer. That is, if suppose the first number is plus 2 and the next number is plus 3, both are of same sign. So we have to, in this case, if you are in need to add this number with this number, what we have to do is we have to add these two numbers and put the sign of the numbers in front. So it is equal to plus 5, or this can be written as 5 because this plus, it is not necessary to indicate. Okay. Now if both are of negative sign, that is same sign and negative. So since both are of same sign, we have to add both and we have to give the sign of the numbers in front of the answer. So now here it is 2 plus 3, so which is equal to 5, and the sign of the numbers is minus. So we have to give a minus sign in front of the answer. Okay, so that is nothing but when we are in need to add two numbers which are of same sign, we have to add both the numbers and give the sign of the numbers in front of the answer. See, when we are in need to add two numbers which are of same sign, we have to add both the numbers and give the sign of the numbers in front of the answer. This is the first concept. Now the next one is when one number is positive and the other is negative, we have to subtract both the numbers and put the sign of the greatest number in front of the answer. That is, if the first number is plus 2 and the next number is minus 3, what we have to do? This is plus sign, this is minus sign. So both the signs are different. So we have to subtract both the numbers. Here it is 3, here it is 2. So the difference is 1. And the bigger number is 3. What is the sign of the bigger number? It is minus. So that sign should be put in front of the answer. That is, when both the numbers are of different sign, we have to subtract both the numbers and give the sign of the greatest number in front of the answer. We can see one more example. If here it is minus 2 plus 3. Now here also we are having different signs. So we have to subtract both the numbers. So 3 minus 2, it is 1. And what is the sign of the bigger number? Bigger number is 3. The sign of the bigger number is plus. So we have to give a plus sign in front. Plus 1 can be written as 1. Okay. So now in this way we have to add positive and negative numbers. Just two rules. That's all. When both the numbers are of same sign, we have to add both the numbers and give the sign of the numbers in front of the answer. When both the numbers are of different sign, we have to subtract both the numbers and give the sign of the greatest number in front of the answer. That's all. Okay. Now we can go to the main topic. First we can start with addition of monomials. Okay, already we have seen monomials. Monomial is an algebraic expression with a single term. Okay, so now if for example, if suppose the first monomial is some 3x and the second monomial is some 2x, and if we are asked to add these two monomials, what we have to do is answer is equal to 3x plus 2x. Now here we have to learn one condition, that is we can add only like terms. So like terms are terms which have the same literal coefficient. So here both the terms have the same literal coefficient. So both are like terms, and so we can add both the like terms. So the answer will be, here we are having 3x and here it is 2x. So 3 plus 2, it is 5. That is, add the numerical coefficients and it should be followed by the literal coefficient. So 3 plus 2, it is 5, and then we have to write down the literal coefficient. So 3x and 2x combinedly will be getting 5x. So this is the answer. Now if suppose we are having a monomial, that is 3x, and the second monomial, if it is 2y, and if we are asked to add both the monomials, what we have to do is, the first step is sum is equal to 3x plus 2y. Now both the terms have different literal coefficients. That means both are not like terms, they are unlike terms. So in this case we cannot proceed further. We cannot add both the terms. So this is the final answer. Okay, now if suppose we are having the first term as some 3x and the second term as some minus 4x, and if we are asked to add these two, what we have to do? Here we are having 3, here it is minus 4. So again we have to recall our addition process. First number is 3 and the next number is minus 4. Here it is plus, here it is minus. So both the numbers have different signs. So we have to subtract both the numbers. The difference is 1 and the bigger number is 4 and its sign is minus. So we will get minus 1. So 3x minus 4x is minus 1, and what is the literal coefficient? It is x. So minus 1x. Of course there is no necessity to represent this 1. So this can be written as minus x also. It is understood that here there is a 1. Okay. So now these are some examples. Now the next you can see about addition of compound expressions. Okay. Now let us consider an example. Let the first expression be some 3x plus 2y, and let the second one be some 4x minus 3y. So now this is the first expression, this is the second expression, this has two terms and this also has two terms. So both are binomials. Okay, now we are asked to add these two expressions. So what we have to do is, first write down the first expression 3x plus 2y, and the next write down the second expression below this first expression. Before that we have to see whether the terms are like terms, what we are writing below the expression. So now here it is 3x plus 2y. So here it is 4x minus 3y. So here it is 3x. So here we are having 4x. So bring this 4x under 3x. So here it is 4x. Now the next, here it is 2y and here it is minus 3y. So both have the same literal coefficient or the variable. So now we can bring this below this, under this. Okay, so now here it is minus 3y. Okay, now we have to add both. So what we have to do? Here we have brought both the like terms together, and here the like terms are brought together. So now just we have to add, that's all. So here it is 3 plus 4. So it is 7. And here it is x. And here it is plus 2. Here it is minus 3. So both are of different sign. So what we have to do? We have to subtract. So we will get the difference 1. And this is a bigger number. So the sign of the bigger number is minus. So we have to write minus 1y. So now this is the answer. Okay, now in this way we can do for all the expressions. Okay, now let us consider one more example. Let the first expression be 2m plus 3n minus 7z. Let the second expression be minus 4n minus 6m plus 16z. Okay, now what we have to do? What is the first step? First write down the first expression. So it is 2m plus 3n minus 7z. Now we have to bring these terms below this. So here it is 2m. So we can see here where is the m term. So here it is minus 6m. So we can write down that here minus 6m. And the next here we are having 3n. Here it is minus 4n. So minus 4n. Here it is minus 7z and there it is plus 16z. So we can write below it. So now we have to add both. So here it is 2 minus 6. That is, here there is a plus sign, here there is a minus sign. So we have to subtract. So 6 minus 2 is 4. And the sign of the bigger number is minus. So it is minus 4. And we have to write down this m. And here it is plus 3 minus 4. So different sign. So subtract. So the difference is 1. Here the bigger number has minus sign. So it is minus 1 n. And the next it is 7. Here it is 16. So minus and plus. So first find out the difference. It is 9 and the bigger number has plus sign. So it is plus. So it becomes z. So now this is the answer. Here there is no necessity to write this one. It can be written as minus n also. Okay, everything is correct only. So now this is answer. So in this way we can add compound expressions also easily. Okay, at the beginning stage you can do all these steps, and after some practice there is no necessity to write the first expression and the second below that. There is no necessity to do all these works. You can add directly itself. That is, now in the first case it is 3x, here it is 2y. So first here it is 4x, here minus 3y. First you can group the like terms here itself. It is 3x and here it is 4x. So plus 4x. And the next it is plus 2y and here it is minus 3y. So now it becomes 3x plus 4. 4 plus 3 it is 7. 7x. Here it is plus, here it is minus. So we have to subtract. So 3 minus 2 it is 1 and this is a bigger number. So it has a negative sign. So we have to give a negative sign here. The difference is 1. So this is the answer. So see, we have got the same answer. So after some practice, these steps they are all not necessary. So directly you can write in one step itself. You can bring out the answer very easily. Okay, so this is about addition of polynomials. Now the next we can see about subtraction of simple expressions. Okay, so now what we have to do is, when two expressions are given and if we are asked to subtract this from this, we have to change the sign of this expression and we have to add with the first expression. That is, when we are asked to do 1 minus 2, we have to change the sign of the second and add with the first, as in addition. The only thing is, for the second one we have to change the sign and proceed in the same way as in the case of addition. Okay, now let us see an example. If the first expression is some 3x and if the second expression is 2x. If we are asked to subtract this 2 from 1, 2 from 1, 2 from 1, it means 1 minus 2. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to change the sign of the second and add with the first. Now this is the second. So we have to change the sign of the second and then add with the first. So how to add? 3, here it is minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1, or if it is confusing for you, already we have learnt in the basic concepts of addition. Here it is plus 3 and here it is minus 2. So positive sign, negative sign, different sign. So we have to subtract. So the value is 1 and the bigger number has a positive sign. So we can give a plus sign in front. And then we have to write down the literal coefficient. That is nothing but, first here it was 3x, here it was 2x. So as we have to do 1 minus 2, we have changed the sign of the second one and then we are adding it with the first one. Now it is same as in the case of addition. In the case of addition, what we will do? We will see the signs of both the numbers. Here it is plus, here it is minus. Both are different. So we have to subtract. So we will get 1 and the bigger number has a plus sign. So we have to give a plus sign in front. So it is plus 1x or 1x. There is no necessity to write this plus sign. So we have to do in this way. Okay, if suppose the question is subtract 7y from minus 4y. 7y from minus 4y. So what we have to do? Minus 4y should be written at the top, because 7y from minus 4y. From this we have to take out this or subtract this. So minus 4y, it is written at the top. Now the next one is 7y. So it means first the question is minus 4y minus 7y. We have to subtract this. So now we can take this subtraction by inserting a sign change here. So this 7y becomes minus 7y and then I am going to convert this subtraction to addition. Okay. So now we can add these both. So now listen, minus 4y. Here it was 7y. So I have changed the sign. So it became minus 7y. Now I have converted this minus to plus. That is nothing but I have taken this minus inside. That's all. So when you are practicing this, you will be very familiar or clear about it. That's all. Okay. So now here it is y. Here it is minus. Here it is minus. Both are of same sign. So you have to add both. So it is 11 and here it is minus on both for both the numbers. So here also we will be having a minus sign. That is, when both the numbers are of same sign, we have to add both the numbers and give the sign of the numbers in front of the answer. Okay. So it is not at all difficult. The only thing you have to do is we have to change the sign of the second number and then add that with the first number. That's all. Okay. So this is for monomials. That is for single termed expressions. Okay. If we are having if we are having expressions with different terms, that is when the literal coefficients are not same, what we can do? There is no need to do any calculation work. You have to write as such. That is, if the first term is some 3x and if the second term is minus 2y, and if we are asked to subtract this minus 2y from this, it means 3x minus 2y. So here what we have to write down? The answer is equal to 3x. This is the second number. It has a minus sign. So we have to change that sign. So it becomes plus 2y and then convert to addition. So plus 2y. That's all. So 3x plus 2y. So we cannot proceed further because here it is x and here it is y. So we can keep as such. Okay. So this is subtraction of monomials. Now the next we can see subtraction of compound expressions. Okay. First we can see an example. So let the first expression be some 3x minus 2y plus 7. And let the second expression be 9y plus 17 minus 8x. Okay, now if we are asked to subtract this 2 from 1. That is the second expression from the first expression. It is we have to do 1 minus 2. Second should be subtracted from the first. What we have to do? First we have to write down the first expression and then change the sign of the second expression and then take all the terms below the first expression and then add both. We'll get the answer. Okay, so first we have to write down the first expression. So it is 3x minus 2y plus 7. Okay, now the next here we have to change the sign of this expression. Changing the sign of an expression means changing the sign of all the terms present in an expression. So now what is the first term here? It is 9y. So when we change the sign, it becomes minus 9y. So on changing the sign, the second expression becomes minus 9y. Here it is plus 17. So minus 17. Here it is minus 8x. So it becomes plus 8x. Okay, now here we are having the first expression. Here we have changed the sign of the second expression. Now we have to take this expression here. So now here it is 3x. Here we have to find out the x term. So here we are having the x term. So bring it here. Because we can add or subtract only the like terms. So they should be written together only. Okay. And the next here it is minus 2y. So here it is minus 9y. So we can write down that here. And the third, it is a constant. So plus 7, here it is minus 17. Now we have to add both. Now the same way as we have done in our addition process. Okay, so now here it is 3x, here it is 8x. We have to add both. Here also a plus sign, here also a plus sign. So we can add both and give a plus sign in front. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11x and a plus in front. Now here it is minus, minus, same sign, so we can add both. So it becomes 11 and y, and what is the sign? It is minus sign. Now coming to the third case, here it is plus and here it is minus, different sign. So we have to subtract. So 17 minus 7, it is 10. Now 17 is a bigger number, so we can give a minus sign in the front. So now this is the answer. Actually, this is the answer for this minus this. What we have done is, we have changed the sign of this whole expression and then we have added that with this. The result is this. Okay. So now this is the difference between both the expressions. So in this way, we can subtract two compound expressions. Okay. The same thing you can do in this method also, that is 3x minus 2y plus 7. This is the first expression. The second one is 9y. So we can write 9y under this 2y, 17. So plus 17 here and minus 8x. This is the given expression. Now here itself we can do this sign change. Here it is minus, so it becomes plus. Here it is, it was plus here. So now it becomes minus. Here it is plus, so it becomes minus. And instead of seeing this sign, now you have to consider this sign. Should be careful in that, and then you can proceed. So it becomes 8 plus 3. It becomes 11. X 9, that is minus 9 minus 2. So it is minus 11y. And minus 17 plus 7. So it is minus 10. So you will get the same answer. You can go by any method. Okay. Both are same methods only. Today we have seen about the types of algebraic expressions and operations of addition and subtraction on algebraic expressions. Thanks for watching this video. We will see the continuation in the next video.